Picture this. As a kid in the late 80s or early 90s, life was analog through and through. You memorized phone numbers because there was no contact list in your pocket. If you wanted to hang out with friends, you called their house landline, hoped someone picked up, and made solid plans. No "where are you" texts or location sharing. Boredom was a normal state. You dealt with it by riding bikes, reading books, or staring at the ceiling inventing stories. Missing an episode of your favorite show? Tough luck, it wasn't on demand or recorded easily, unless you had a VCR and blank tape ready. Then, boom, right as you hit late teens or early 20s, around the late 90s to mid-2000s, everything changed fast. Dial-up internet became common, cell phones went from luxury to essential, and platforms like Friendster, MySpace, and early Facebook appeared. Suddenly, you had multiple ways to reach people instantly, photos uploaded forever, and plans that could shift last minute. Most generations stay mostly in one tech era during formative years, but for Xennials, the switch happened during the brain's prefrontal cortex maturation phase, roughly up to age 25. This area handles adaptation, decision-making, and learning new complex behaviors. Being in that high plasticity window meant picking up digital tools felt intuitive and exciting, not overwhelming like it did for older Gen Xers. Yet you were old enough to vividly remember and sometimes miss the analog simplicity. This creates a unique bilingual fluency. You're comfortable in face-to-face, unmediated interactions without constant phone checking, but you're also quick to master new apps, software, or platforms without the resistance some older folks show. You don't panic over tech updates because you've already lived through multiple massive shifts. At the same time, you understand what constant connectivity costs, things like true solitude, undivided attention, or the freedom to be unreachable. One subtle but powerful difference is how Xennials relate to personal history and embarrassment. In your teens, awkward moments, a bad haircut, a failed crush, a silly fight mostly lived in memory and stories told among friends. There were no viral photos, no searchable digital footprints. If something cringeworthy happened, it faded naturally as people moved on. Human memory is designed to be fluid. We edit, reframe, and let less important details dissolve over time, which helps emotional processing and growth. For later generations, everything gets documented. Posts, stories, tagged photos, and it's permanent. That can complicate natural memory evolution, sometimes leading to rumination or identity tied to old online versions of yourself. Xennials got the best of both, enough freedom for memories to evolve organically, but access to digital tools for preserving what truly matters, like family photos, without losing them to time. This fosters a healthier detachment from the past. You're less likely to feel trapped by old versions of yourself, which can reduce certain types of anxiety around reputation or perfectionism.
Layer on the timing of entering the workforce. Many in this birth range graduated college or started careers right around or just after the 2008 global financial crisis. Jobs vanished, entry-level positions dried up, and stability felt elusive exactly when people typically build foundations, buying homes, starting families, advancing careers. Psychological research on scarring effects of recessions shows that economic hardship in early adulthood leaves lasting marks. It can heighten risk aversion, make people more cautious with money, and create an underlying sense of fragility even years later when things improve. You might plan more conservatively, value security over ambition sometimes, or carry a quiet, "what if it happens again" mindset. Combined with the tech fluency from earlier, this creates resilience. You've adapted to rapid change before, so you pivot when needed. But it also breeds a pragmatic skepticism, not full Gen X cynicism, but a grounded realism that tempers any blind optimism. What really defines Xennials psychologically is this ability to live with contradictions without it feeling forced. You have Gen X-style independence, latchkey childhoods, self-entertainment, low helicopter parenting, learning to solve problems solo. Yet you also caught the early wave of digital optimism, when the internet felt like pure connection and possibility, before the downsides, doom scrolling, comparison, and misinformation, became obvious. You're skeptical enough to question hype, but adaptable enough to embrace tools that improve life, independent yet open to collaboration, nostalgic for analog presence, real conversations, undivided attention, but appreciative of digital gains, instant info, global friends, convenience. This both-and thinking is a strength in a fast-changing world. You've already lived one huge transition, so you're better equipped for ongoing ones, AI, remote work shifts, whatever comes next, without losing your core sense of self. In many ways, Xennials aren't stuck between generations. They're the proof that rigid boxes don't capture real human experience. The cultural narrative often lumps everyone post-1965 together, or pits Gen X against Millennials, but that overlooks how specific historical slices create distinct psychological profiles. If this slice of history, analog roots, digital explosion, and economic turbulence shaped you, it gave you tools most people are still learning: adaptability without erasure, appreciation without blind nostalgia, realism without despair. What do you think? Does this ring true for your own life? The experiences of this micro-generation offer real lessons on thriving amid constant change.
If any part of this video hit home for you, if it made you pause and think, yeah, that's exactly how my mind works, or helped you feel a little less alone in your thoughts, then thank you for letting me share this space with you. Videos like these take time, research, and real care to put together because I want them to actually mean something, not just fill your feed for a minute and disappear. So, if you're getting value from Easy Mind Psychology, if these breakdowns of how our minds really work are helping you understand yourself, your relationships, or just feel more at peace, here's how you can help keep this going. First, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. That way you never miss the next deep dive, whether it's about attachment styles, nervous system regulation, hidden trauma patterns, or simple ways to feel more grounded day to day. Second, drop a like if this resonated. It really helps these videos reach more people who might need them right now. And if you want to go one step further, leave a quick comment below. Share one sentence, maybe what surprised you, what you relate to most, or even a question you'd love answered in a future video. Those comments keep the conversation alive and help me know exactly what topics matter to you. For anyone who wants to support the channel even more, whether it's through becoming a channel member, sending a super thanks, or just sharing these videos with a friend who's going through something similar, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Every bit of support lets me keep making this content free, honest, and judgment-free for everyone. You're not just watching, you're part of building a space where psychology feels approachable, validating, and actually useful. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of your mind until then. And remember, you're not broken, you're just human.